All right. And we are back.
Awesome. What's going on, everyone? Happy Tuesday. We're thrilled to be a part of this amazing event. Hopefully, all of you are learning some top sales secrets to apply to maximize your success end of year and going into 2022. By the way, for all those tuning in, there are 12 sales days left. You take out the holidays, you take everything out, 12 sales days left. May the sales force be with all of you these next 12 days. And we're thrilled. Thank you so much for joining us. B-Rock, let me know any attendees that we got coming in, names, you name it. I've got my video guy over here. And as they come in, please feel free to comment, to chat, to engage with us in the chat. My video guy will be hitting me up, reaching out, and we'll be making it happen. So today, the top 10 secrets we use to book 51,927 meetings in 2021. That's absolutely insane. Our team has been on fire, and I'm thrilled to share with you these sales secrets that you can apply to anything you're doing in sales development, AE. If you're a sales leader, you name it, all of these secrets you can apply and leverage to maximize sales, increase leads, appointments, revenue, you name it today. So let's dive right in. And B-Rock, clicker. Awesome. And like we had mentioned, who's this for? CEOs, VPs of sales, AEs, SDRs, anyone in sales, anyone in marketing, anyone in entrepreneurship, anyone that is looking to increase the amount of business that they generate online, offline, you name it. This will help you get there faster. And for those that don't know me, I'm Brandon Bornancin, the founder and CEO of Seamless.ai, the world's best sales leads. I am a serial entrepreneur and salesperson. So I started my career selling for the gambling industry. So I used to slice, dice, and sell memberships to all the online poker sites when I was 18 in college. And then that blew up to a $12 million business. And then they made online gambling illegal, and I lost my business. So I decided to start a second company called InMobile. And that was text message marketing. I ran that company for a few years, and it was an utter absolute failure. The 12 million that I made in online gambling, I lost with InMobile. It was terrible. And all because the reason why InMobile, this text message software, failed in 2007 is because I didn't know how to sell. I didn't know how to build lists. I didn't know how to do outreach. I didn't know how to do emails, calling, social selling, you name it. So I was like, okay, after I lost everything I owned, I was like, you know what? I'm going to sell for the biggest company in the world, IBM Interactive, IBM. So joined IBM, sold for them for 3 to 4 years. And then after that, got recruited to sell for Google. And then while I was selling for IBM and Google, realized that it was difficult, time consuming, and expensive to acquire new customers, and wanted to build a technology to automate all of that. And that's the company that I represent today. And feel free to connect with me. I'd love to connect with all of you guys as we go throughout this presentation, post-presentation. Please, follow me, connect with me on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, you name it. We post daily sales secrets to help you maximize your sales success. But to dive in, we're going to dive in furiously. By the way, again, we're using the chat. We're following the chat. Make sure, please, in the chat, let me know your name and the location and where you're reaching out from. I'd love to hear from all of you. So please start dropping your name, your location. B-Rock, hit it with me. How are we looking?
Oh, we're looking good, man. Shout out David. Shout out Laxman. Shout out Vamsi. Shout out Soju. Shout out everybody. Dropping your stuff in the chat right now.
Awesome. Thank you so much for jumping into the chat, and any questions you have along the session, please be sure to engage there. So today, B-Rock Clicker, today we are talking about the 10 secrets to booking over 51,927 meetings in 2021. Number 1, reverse engineer your goals. You have to reverse engineer your goals. So if you want to do $1 million in sales, divide that number by the number of sales days, 265 sales days. So you take the goal, hey, I want to do $1 million. Divide that by the number of sales days, 265. That will give you the amount of sales that you need to generate. It's nearly $4,000 a day. It's like 3667 something. Okay. Then you have to figure out daily. That's my sales number. Then you have to figure out how many appointments do I need to hit daily to hit that sales number of roughly 4,000 a day. Then after that, you got to figure out how many leads I need to generate to hit that sales number. You always want to reverse engineer your goals, figure out what you're going after. How many leads, meetings, dials, emails, social touches do I need? You name it. And then, when you're shooting for the stars, I recommend going after 3 to 5x your quota, 3 to 5x your daily quota. So if you want to do $1 million, that you got to generate 4,000 in sales a day, make it 12,000. Every time I was able, the way I went from 5 figures to 6 figures, 6 figures to 7 figures in sales was because I multiplied my daily quota by 3x, by 5x, you name it. That ensures, okay, you may miss the 3x number. You may not hit 3 million doing all the calls, the leads, the emails, the social touches, the booked appointments. But guess what happens? You will hit the 1.5x number. Switch the cameras. You will hit the 2x. You will hit the 2.5x. So yes, you may miss the 3x number, but guess what? You hit it. You hit the 1x quota because you shot for the 3x quota. You will never miss your quota again if you apply the reverse engineering of your goals, multiplying that quota by 3 to 5x and never giving up. That's secret number 10. Secret number 9. Get cell phones and emails for all your prospects. You got to have, everyone's working remote right now. Cell phones are king. You have to figure out a way to get a hold of all of your prospects wherever they're located. Figure out, where are they at? How can I get their cell phones? How can I call them? How can I text them? No one's working at the company anymore. WeWork, the IPO, look at the WeWork IPO, struggling dramatically, right? Everyone is working remote. You need to find your cell phones, especially with the Great Resignation. People are switching jobs. This is why we posted this. People are switching jobs once a year almost. The only way to stay in touch with all these people year over year, decade after decade, month over month, is by getting their cell phones. And that's mainly because everyone's working from home. And also, with all the data out there, 89% of people do not change their cell phones because they find it right here. It's a pain in the ass to change your phone numbers. They never felt a need to change your phone numbers. So what's great about once you have a prospect cell phone, you've got it forever. No one ever changes their cell phone. So get their cell phone using Seamless.ai or Googling or Googly, whatever you got to do to get the cell phone. Seamless is going to find it insanely fast. So join Seamless for free. Click the find button. Boom. In 2 seconds, you've got their cell phones. Save that to your CRM and never lose that cell phone ever again. Common reasons we already went over. Number 8, secret number 8. By the way, guys, let me know if you've got any questions or comments about these secrets in the chat. The 17-second call opener. So let's talk about, a lot of people try to say like myths and all this jazz where they're like, the phone doesn't work, selling over the phone doesn't work, calling doesn't work. No matter what you do, if you try to use a cell phone, no one's going to pick up, blah, blah, blah. The majority of the 51,000 calls, 51,000 appointments that we've generated is freaking because of using the phone. You know how easy it is to delete an email? You know how easy it is to delete a LinkedIn message? I get 1,000 emails a week, probably more than that. I think it's way more than that. My LinkedIn, I have 2 to 3 people that manage my LinkedIn because of how many people message me. Guess how many calls I've had today? I've had 3 to 4 sales calls today. I probably get 20 to 40 LinkedIn messages an hour. The phone is one of the most powerful channels in the world to leverage, but you got to get through. You got to get through to the contact, and you got to get the contact to get excited about you. So my favorite opener, I want to share this little sales secret with you. My favorite sales call opener is compliment and then asking for 17 seconds. Hey, B-Rock, I love the video editing that you do. It's seamless. Huge fan. Congrats. Can I get 17 seconds real quick? Guess what happens? First off, whether it's 17, 27, 37, I like using 17 to 27 seconds. I may switch it up every now and then, but I love the number 7. And every time I've used, can I get 17 seconds real quick? 99.9999% will say yes, sure, shoot, I'm busy, but go. Because even if you're busy and you don't want to talk to anyone, you're still going to be like, shit, 17 seconds, I'll give it to you. Let's roll. Boom. So when you're on the phone, the number one key is to not sound like a salesperson. You got to get through the door. You got to get them open to listening to your sales pitch. Well, the only way to do that is using the 17-second call opener. It's my number one secret for anyone that's too busy, anyone that's making calls. Anytime that you're using the phone to sell to anyone anything, I highly recommend use the 17 seconds. Hey, John, you got 17 seconds real quick? But first, always open it up with a compliment. You want to use a compliment because every time you compliment someone, hey, I love that dress. Hey, you look pretty. Brandon, your suit looks amazing. Guess what happens? The guards go down. So literally, you're like more open. You're psychologically more interested in talking to the person. You're more receptive of whatever these people have to say. And then you hit them with the 17 seconds. Compliment. Hey, John. I always like to use day of the week. Hey, John, happy Monday. Love everything you're doing over there at blank. Can I get 17 seconds real quick? They always say yes. And then you got to go into your value proposition pitch, which should be highly customized to the niche and the person and the companies that you're selling to. That was secret number 8. We went into a lot of detail there. Let me know if you got any questions. B-Rock, start reading out some of the chats, some of the things going on. As you see highlights, B-Rock. Sorry, guys. We got my computer over there. So as we see anything important in the chat, Q&A, interactions, shout them out and we'll rock and roll. And then hit the thing on the screen. All right. So this is highly controversial, but I on everything you do, you have to leave a voicemail. You got to leave a voicemail. Could you imagine, I used to do door-to-door sales. I used to do telecalling, teleprospecting, like for nonprofits when I was 13, 14, 15 years old. And I couldn't imagine going door-to-door as a door-to-door salesperson, knocking on doors, and if they're not home, doing nothing, leaving nothing, not sharing more information with them, you name it. So whenever I would go sell door-to-door, and I was the number one door-to-door salesperson as a kid, I would leave a nice little package, a nice little letter, a nice pitch with the letter and the info on the door handle, and I would put it on the door handle so that they have to remove it. So they can't even enter their house until they rip it off the door handle. So when I was going door to door, I would leave the pitches, basically an impression, and ad for my products and services and my contact info for them to reach out to me about whatever I was trying to sell. Well, when you're calling and selling, you got to make sure you drop voicemails and voice messages. Because if you're calling and you're not telling them who you are, the biggest desires, the biggest goals, the biggest dreams, the biggest things that you could deliver for these prospects to change their lives forever for the better, they're not going to be able to call you back. How am I going to call you back if you call me? I don't answer because I'm at this presentation at a conference. You don't leave a voicemail. I don't know if you called me. I have no idea who you are, what you do. But let's just say, right now, we've got like multiple computers here running this conference thing. If you're like, hey, I got an event solution where you could have one computer, you control everything. You can see the chat. You can see the monitors, blah, blah, blah. Give me a call. I know you're doing live events. When I get out of this event, I'm going to call that person because I'm going to be like my video guys and we need to figure this shit out. It's a game over. Make sure you drop voicemails on every single call you make. Get the maximum amount of impressions into your prospects. Hit that X button or whatever.
A great question here from the audience. A question from Michelle. She's asking, usually people get offended when you reach out to them on their personal phone number. How do you deal with that?
Okay, so the question was, if you didn't hear it, Michelle said, sometimes people get offended if you reach out to them on their cell phones. I've got a product and service that will fundamentally change your life forever for the better. I have to do whatever it takes to connect with you. If I'm a doctor and I created a pill that cured a deadly disease and I'm trying to reach out to you and get a hold of you at your company and I can't get through, then as the doctor, I better be doing everything I can to save your life. I'm going to call your cell phone. I'm going to text you. I'm going to email you. I'm going to use every single channel possible because what I have, I know your life would be forever for the better. And I have to do whatever it takes to reach you on whatever channel that I could reach you on. So I think anyone that gets upset, Michelle, about you calling on their cell or their personal lines, like we made almost 1 million sales calls this past year. Like, rarely does anyone get pissed. And if they do get pissed, just apologize. Oh, sorry. This is a phone number I had, to reach you. And I know that this will change your life forever for the better. And then go into the pitch on why they should take 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 50 seconds to learn more from you. So don't feel worried. Like, everyone gives you all these objections, right? Everyone's going to tell you, I'm not interested, no budget, it's too expensive, already working with someone, send me more info, call me back later. Why are you calling on my cell phone? So for any of these objections or excuses, make sure you have just really good scripts lined up so that you could easily overcome that if it comes up again. All right, B-Rock. So again, you could also, another great way to use voicemails is literally on LinkedIn. So you can record a video, you can record an audio, and on LinkedIn, drop it. So the next time that they're on LinkedIn, they see the in-mails, they see the voicemails, they see the video voice message on in-mail on LinkedIn. So cut through all the noise of like, I get 1 million text messages on LinkedIn, like text emails. The videos I watch 100% of the time. Every single video that anyone has ever sent me on LinkedIn, I've pulled up and I've watched. And, you want to make sure that you keep them short, concise, under 60 seconds, ideally like 30 seconds, just straight to the point. Hey, John, I can help you, do X in Y time frame. Here's how. Reach out to me. Get back to me with a few times that work for you. Drop your cell phone. I like to either ask them for time, or I like the call to action be asking for their mobile or a good time to shoot them a text with more info, you name it, and then they'll get back to you. Number 6, email signature saving. So what you want to do here is, if you've got Seamless.ai, Seamless will automatically save every single email that gets sent to you. So literally every email that gets sent to you, you can save the email signatures. Then those email signatures automatically get piped into your CRM. And why that's critical is you never want to lose a contact ever again. You never want to lose a connection with anyone ever again. If people are jumping ship, jumping jobs every year, you name it, email signatures have some of the highest amount of cell phones out there in the email signature. I don't want any of you to have to sit there and copy and paste email signatures all day, every day. Do it automatically. Get Seamless free. It will save all the email signatures, and you'll be off to the races. Clicker thing. All right, hold on. All right, cool. Secret number 5. No sell. Hey, start calling other contacts at the company. So this is a great secret that works. If you, no matter what, can't find the person's cell phone, no matter what, can't connect with the person at a highly valuable, important account, right? If you're trying to break into an account, let's just say Nike, Adobe, Google, Facebook, IBM, whatever, and you know that the VP of X is John Smith, no matter how many calls, emails, social touches you do, you can't get a hold of them. I recommend calling a colleague below them or around them. Call the influencers, the decision makers, the budget holders, the people around them, the users. And then when you're reaching out to these people, say, hey, B-Rock, man, I was dying to get a hold of John Smith. I've got something important that he needs to see. What's the best direct line for him? What's the best cell for him? What's the best email for him? You name it. And that way, you could easily get the referral. Now you get the referral from that colleague, and you get the direct contact info for that person. So you got to leverage the people around your center of circle, wherever you want to go, whoever you need to book a meeting with. If no matter what you do, it's not working, use and leverage relationships and build relationships and prospect the people around them to get to where you need to go. All right. Number 4, the double callback. So this is a new sales secret, leveraging the phone. So when you're leveraging the phone, the double callback, literally when you're on the phone, what you want to do is, let's just say you call someone, it goes to their voicemail pretty quickly. When you call them back right away, you have a much higher greatly likelihood that they will pick up the phone. Important prospects that I'm dying to reach out to, when I call them once and it goes to voicemail or no one picks up, I literally call back again right away. And then they'll answer. And I go into my compliment. I go into my 17-second opener. Then, I go into the value propositions. So that's the double callback. If you call, no one picks up, call again. Make it happen. It's common for people to ignore unknown first calls, but it's not uncommon for them to ignore 2 calls. Called you back to back. So highly recommend this, especially for those prospects that no matter what you do, you can't get a hold of, you can't connect with. Secret number 3. You got to build and master your sales scripts. Like your cold call openers, your cold email openers, your social openers. Scripting works. When you go to any movie, so like Red Notice with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Red Notice literally is the #1 most popular movie on Netflix. Do you think Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson goes and shoots that video without knowing what to say? He doesn't go and just say, okay, guys, what do you want me to say here? Let me know what, you think I should do or say or act like here for this scene. Now, the guy has a script 1,000 pages long, and he's memorizing every single line every day. The guy trains on these scripts hours and hours a day for every movie. That's why he's so good, because when he's acting, he's got all of the scripts memorized. So no matter what happens, he's ready to go. He's ready to crush the scene. And the same secret applies to salespeople. Highly recommend. Make sure you memorize and you watch your scripts. Clicker. Okay. And also when you're leveraging scripts and reaching out to people, we help X do Y. Like we help the persona do Y biggest desire. So we help salespeople book 3 appointments a day, insanely fast, without endless manual list building, prospecting, CRM data entry, appointment setting. Like you want to really focus the pitch and the script around the persona and then their biggest problems, their biggest pain points, their biggest challenges, their biggest desires, their biggest dreams. And why could be a mixture of all of those. Like if you focus around the pain and the problem, you could be, hey, we help X eliminate biggest pain, biggest problem, biggest challenge, biggest stress, biggest thing that keeps them up at night, you name it. So you always want to leverage that. We help X do Y. Y could be eliminating a pain, or Y could be achieving their biggest goals, their biggest dreams, their biggest desires. Number 2, when you're pitching in shit verbally, in calls, emails, social touches, video, whatever it is, make sure that you're leveraging tonality. You got to leverage the power of tonality. You got to come in, get people excited, figure out when you got to slow down to exude a point, an important point about a feature or functionality. Or maybe you're sharing your origin story and there were a lot of highs and a lot of lows. The power of tonality helps you engage, interact, connect with an audience as you tell this story in your pitch about where the prospect is today, where you're going to take them into the future, how you're going to help them accomplish all of their goals and dreams, how you're going to eliminate all of their pains and problems and challenges. Tonality allows you to connect with a prospect. Could you imagine if I was on this conference floor? Hello, this is Brandon Bornancin. I'm the CEO and founder of Seamless.ai. We deliver the world's best sales leads. I would like to set up an appointment with you. Let's book an appointment right now. I'm available tomorrow, 12, 2, and 4. Guys, like some sales development reps, some AEs are on the demos or they're making the sales calls sounding like that. You have to leverage tonality to exude like I've got 1,000% belief in my products and services. I believe wholeheartedly that this will change your life forever for the better, that my tone, that confidence, that energy, that passion, that belief, nothing will change my belief. That tonality helps people buy into your products and services. You got to leverage maximum tonality on every call, on every demo, on every pitch. It's absolutely critical. It's just not what you say, it's how you say it. How can two people say the exact same thing, but one books 10 appointments a day and another books 0? It's all because they mastered the script. It's all because they're leveraging tonality. They're doing whatever it takes to make it happen. And when you're practicing all of these scripts, you could really focus on the tonality. You can focus on the connection with the audience. You could focus on winning. You could listen too, right? You could calm, confident, and comfortable because you're listening, and you're listening to help them solve their problems so that they win in sales.
Got a question here, Brandon. It's really good.
Yeah.
SR asks, it can take up to 6 calls before a prospect turns into a sale. Is this true?
Great question. So Shree asked, it can take up to 6 calls to for a prospect to turn into a sale. Shit, I've seen 52 calls. Like, I believe in sales. Great question, by the way, Shree. Thanks for asking it. And thank you all of you for tuning into the presentation today. Love that you're engaging and interacting with the chat. So here's the deal. Yeah, it could take 6, it could take 1, it could take 50. Just play the long game. Like, sales is a marathon, not a sprint. Focus on delivering value to your prospects, helping them change their lives forever for the better. And over time, when there's a need for them, for your products and services, they will reach out to you, or the next time you hit them up, they will be interested. Like, the goal is, how do I create an editorial calendar of a year, 365 days, where every other day, every 3 days, I'm dropping value, I'm dropping knowledge, I'm helping them change their life forever for the better. So it can take a long time. It could also take a short time. I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on a cold call, a cold visit, whether it's software, technology, cars, houses, like, you name it. Like, big deals, small deals, they could take 1 call, they could take 100 calls. It's funny, sometimes people will spend more time on a super low ticket deal than they actually will on a large deal. And you could sell the large deals faster and easier than you could the small deals. Because the people that are spending very little money, they're overanalyzing that every second of every day because they don't have a lot of money. But you go to them and you pitch them whatever you've got. You showcase the value. I think it's all about creating the urgency, the value, the results, the pain that you could eliminate or deliver. And then that will maximize their interest in working with you. Clicker. All right. RCVSIC. So this is how I recommend you write and develop all of your pitches. So when you're developing all of your pitches, RCVSIC. It's the best way to write all of your scripts, whether it's cold calls, emails, social touches, you name it. So number 1, R, research. You want to research the contact and the company before you reach out to them, before you hit them up on email, call, whatever. Number 2, compliment. We talked a lot about this. See, the RCVSIC, the C stands for compliment. You want to drop a compliment about the contact or the company in the first sentence of your email or the first sentence of your social message. There's always something that a company is doing that is awesome. Bring that to light. Bring it to the forefront. Talk about it. Bring it up. Everyone's got something special, so mention the compliment. V stands for value proposition. You want to deliver a compelling, life-changing value proposition statement. We help X do Y without W, Z, or L. Like, where X equals the persona, Y equals the biggest desired result, W equals pain 1, Z equals pain 2. So like, we help X do Y without W or Z. We help sales development reps flood their calendar with back-to-back appointments on the hour every hour without wasting half their day on manual list building or endless CRM data entry. Like, that would be a way that I would write a value proposition if I was selling seamless to SDRs. You want to deliver a compelling, life-changing value prop statement in all of your outreach. Next, the fourth part of the perfect sales pitch and the perfect sales email is S, social proof and credibility. Your logo, social proof. These are like the case studies. This is the results. These are the people that you're helping that will help you sell other people like the people that you're helping, right? So social proof are the logos, the case studies, the success stories, the testimonials. You want to drop a bunch of these after you pitch the value proposition. And then next, I always recommend save the introduction for last. Like, no one gives a shit about you or me. Like, all they care about is themselves. What's in it for me? WIIFM. I love tuning into that radio station, by the way, B-Rock. I tune in to WIIFM every day of the week. What's in it for me? When people call me, pitch me, bullshit me, it's like, what is in it for me? What is in it for my company? What is in it for my people? Why should I invest my time, my energy, my capital, my resources, anything? Why my headspace in learning more? So when you're writing the RCV, SIC, perfect email pitch, perfect sales pitch, I always recommend saving the introduction for last because no one gives a shit about you or your name or your company. They only care about what you can do for them. So this way, though, when it's at the end of the script, after you get them hooked with the compliment and the research and the value prop and the social proof, then they're going to be interested in learning more. And they're going to be like, who is this person? Like, how did they know so much about me? And how did they know how to change my business forever for the better? I got to reach out to them. And then boom, you hit them with the intro, your contact info. And then lastly, call to action is the C in RCV SIC. C stands for one call to action. Don't ask them for an appointment, their contact info, to download a white paper. Don't ask them to do multiple things. Just one call to action. Hey, let's pencil in a quick chat. When are you available? Hey, let me get you a free trial of the software. Here's the link. Hey, here's the white paper. You name it. Just one call to action. And then they'll be off to the races. And then when you leverage the research, the compliment, the value proposition, the social proof, the introduction, the call to action, your conversion rates are going to skyrocket. Because every single person that reads your emails, reads your outreach, they're going to be highly interested in meeting with you to learn more. So, conclusion to the 10 secrets that helped us book over 50,000, 50,000 something appointments. I had my Salesforce guy pull this yesterday. He pulled it, he posted it on Slack. Number 1, reverse engineer your goals. Number 2, get cell phones for all of your prospects. They're not changing their numbers. Get on a platform like Seamless.ai for free to do that. Number 3, when you're calling these prospects, leverage the 17-second call opener. Number 4, drop a voicemail on every call, every outreach. Number 5, save all the email signatures. Get that auto imported into your CRM. Make sure you never miss an important contact ever again. You could use Seamless or copy and paste it, whatever works best for you. Number 6, if you can't connect with them, the cell phone, the email, whatever, call a colleague, phone a colleague, work around them, under them, above them, figure out what you need to do to get that referral, get in touch with them no matter what. Number 7, the double callback. You call, it immediately goes to voicemail or is ignored. Call them back again, see if that works. Number 8, you got to master, leverage, get excited about using sales scripts. Also, you want to write sales scripts for all of the sales objections that you ever encounter. Number 9, tonality, tonality, tonality. It's not what you say, but it's how you say it. You got to know how to say it. And then lastly, RCV SIC to book the meetings. Leverage this formula, RCV SIC, in all of your templates and all of your outreach and all of your calls, your emails, your social touches, research, compliment, value prop, social proof. What's the I got? Introduction, and then C, call to action, RSVSIC. That's it, everyone. Hey, thank you so much for tuning in to today's session with your host, Brandon Bornancin, CEO and founder of Seamless.ai. As a special gift for tuning in, I want to help you find emails, cell phones, and insights for every single person in the world that you need to sell to. I want to help you automate all of your endless list building, your prospecting, your CRM data entry, your appointment setting work. Go to seamless.ai for free and use the referral code Accelerate. Our friends here got you set up with a ton of accounts for free. They're going to hook you up. Go to seamless.ai, type in the coupon code Accelerate. You'll get a free account, bunch of credits. You're off to the races. Thank you tuning in. Brandon Bornancin, your host. By the way, don't forget, if you'd like to learn more, pick up a few of these books on Amazon. These are all #1 bestsellers. Sales Secrets. We've interviewed over 100 sales experts on their secrets to success. Pick up this book today. You've got 7-Figure Social Selling, all of the secrets to make millions in sales, leveraging LinkedIn. And then lastly, Whatever It Takes, master the habits to transform your business, relationship, and life. Your mindset will push you to be able to achieve the dream, to be able to generate more sales than you ever thought was possible. The mindset represents 80% of a deal, 80% of a sale. So that book will show how you can do whatever it takes to achieve massive success. Thank you for tuning in. All good. Appreciate all of you.
Absolutely amazing session, Brandon. Thanks so much for joining. All right, everyone, we're going to go to the lobby, get ready to transition for our next session, starting here in 2.5 minutes. We'll see you there. So ending this session, we'll see you from the lobby. Join the next session. We are going to be joined by the CEO Wingman Shruti Kapoor, looking into customer objections, opportunities, not obstacles. So we'll see you in a sec.